really well-rounded team, and an IGL that can frag to you can't ask for more than that. And now just skipping across, using the Sage Wall to block off the one side. Cubert are going to come around the backside, so this is going to be scary for Ion and Kane0 are going to try and position against the Paranoia. And now stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's Cubert taking all the angles around, have to evict Envy from their safe positions. You have a crossfire. Exter with 3. But Redux with the last laugh, but still, I don't know how much he's laughing when he has a 1v2 ahead of him.
At least picks up a ghost, and because he has to deal with Ion as a clove, that kind of just takes away the vision for him to isolate some fights. If anything, though, he still has a lot of clock to work with. And I feel like maybe the beginning of that drone didn't really see Eggster heading in that corner when Caillou was kind of droning up towards that spot. So now that gives a chance here for Envy to win pistol.
Poppin has the information. He's a knower, as the desk would say. And Cubert had the right rotations, but Envy getting away with just being such a mechanically outstanding team, and Redux just tried to juggle too much at one time, and Envy get away with the pistol.
And now they have a strong buy to go on the second round, and Roy talked about it. Put them on the aggressive line on A. It's 4 players right there.
And Envy are ready to greet them, and man, what a bloodbath. Exter again.
Last
A 3K. Now this is what I've been waiting for. Well, we're gonna have to wait a little longer because Redux.
But if he gets his plant on the outside, exactly that. So he gets up a good spot on shops and a good spot also into main.
Oh, Inspire just gets the heads up on him, and Envy are just winning these battles of just kind of what everyone's surprised about. Just 10 people encountering each other in like 10 seconds. This map's gonna go by very quickly.
Remember, this wasn't a forced buy in the second round. They didn't get a plant previously, yet they're still able to push forward against a 4-player crossfire setup. And that drone's gonna give a lot of tell now for Envy to start setting up. Look at even Exter finding info with the dimensional drift.
Casual round 3 dimensional drift from Exter. Is he gonna want to pop this behind them? I mean, Inspire just makes it easier from the front side. Exter will decloak behind, and Cubert are really trapped, especially with a shotgun. Oh, jeez. Just let this round simmer, I guess, and almost flawless out of Envy. Gotta thank Exter for the amount of work he did in the first 2 rounds to get that ult.
What a nice way there. Exactly that from Exter, from the pistol round, from the number of kills that he had into this round right here. Just only throwing the dimensional drift, you see for this composition, there's no way you can really do a trap play around that unless Poppin had a Hunter's Fury. But it just utilizes the dimensional drift to push these guys forward from Cubert Academy just in that angle. And there was just a little bit of a miss. I think there was still a read from Cubert. No, forced buy in a fight to main.
Oh, wow. What? Redux gets 2 with that. Oh, my God. 4 kills down, and Cubert thought they were safe. You forgot to look both ways before crossing the road. Envy, great timing too on the delayed swing. Cubert setting up for B. Have clove smokes into B main, while a kill trip plays there for Inspire. Paranoia from Cubert coming in through market. Inspire is gonna.
They found my wire.
Watch it. The wire gets broken, and there was trust into Ion to keep the door closed, and he delivers. Inspire turns to deal with the rest. And post timeout, Cubert aren't getting any advantages, but like you said, it was mostly a stinger buy, and closing the gap against Envy is really tough against a Sentinel this good.
So you're just hoping here they're able to flood through, get a wall back and split and pinch into the B site. But look at those one-way cages from Inspire. The trip never really got broken at the start. He still spots V, gets free kills.
Inspire will be set up at A after the back-to-back hits, so at least the ones that have worked. And now you just big ol' hug towards Poppin. Nismo brings one back, and Cubert barely covering their bases. Still getting backstabbed. Cubert now run into the traps here of Inspire. Kane0 is limited by the smoke, or the slow orbs, I should say.
30 seconds left.
Cubert are going to be about to face some trouble here very soon, because Envy already at the front door, splitting up the site with the smokes and the walls, and Envy are just picking them apart. Even the op gets in on the action. Nismo and Satellite just trying to hide, but Envy just find them all.
What is that, a 3 versus 4 on a retake here for Envy's side? The idea for Cubert Academy was potentially just to try to get value off the satchels without dying in the first place, but instantly dropped by Poppin as Redux is trying to move forward. The instant res allows for them to get the map control, but there were such good stalls here from Inspire once again towards that site. Even if he gets dropped, that was well enough here, enough time to allow Ions to rotate across and get these picks.
A 6-0 lead is very strong, and Exter's still gonna be in the same place, and Cubert, we're not expecting that to happen again. Now the paranoia, the drone through Cubert. Still to march on without their duelist, but who's watching the front side? Cubert thankfully reacted in time, but the gaps could be exploited. Now the gaps have been covered too. Now the Viper's Pit gonna be in place here for Cubert. This is a good round, especially with the Hunter's Fury expended, but it's equal numbers. Not an easy route for the off. Zegster's gonna swap that up, and now the angles. Envy start to surround, and they're ready to conquer and puncture through this fortress. Ion's gonna get another chance to take down this pit. And wow, Envy have just done it again. They are flawless this sunset.
And just a previous round when we spammed the boxes, I don't know if audio was heard or anything like that, but they didn't know that Inspire was there with the op, and this time gets full value out of it when they're trying to walk and break the timing in front of the drone that was coming out from Caillou. Nonetheless, though, as the execute comes in, the timing that Iron finds to continue to push down towards middle and get the instant backstab. And that's also something that's a weakness here to the composition of Cubert Academy. You're playing double controller. Dude, Envy. Is this going to be a 13-0 for Envy somehow?
Oh, God. Not ready. And no, this op. Wow, usually he doesn't miss those. Nexter will just be waiting at the backside, which is honestly a better spot for him. And Cubert have stingers, so it's very hard to approach this. And Poppin just gets, well, to pop them all at range. And Cubert, this is not going to be around for them. This will be 8-0 situation very soon, although Nismo gets to upgrade. Or did he have this? I don't know, but now they got to watch their back because there's so much map control given to Envy.
That's the thing. And I love that at least they're playing the buddy system for that, but I don't think they're going to clear Ion.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, man. Even Ion is fragging too. Like, all of Envy are firing on all cylinders. This isn't just like the duelist carry show. This is everyone from Envy peaking.
The re-clear from the back is a good idea, though. If they actually did get that first pick, if somebody was in a forward position on flank for Envy, that's a kill. A res was available for Nismo. You can now take numbers advantage and then weaponry picked up here on this battle. But you have to commend how Envy keeps playing so far. It almost looks like sometimes King Zero is moving up and overheating, but he's always getting one or two before. And you had value off a showstopper before, but Zero this time around.
Kane is suspicious. Oh my god, like the 0.1 second flick is crazy. Like Cubert, I feel like you have to throw all the plans out the window and you just gotta try and aim better. Nismo will forgive the one kill, but almost Redux got farmed again. This is about to be the Kane Zero montage, isn't it? But Cubert won't let this be a flawless round, but picking up the spike, it's right within the sightlines of Ion. Cubert are literally trapped in a corner. What could they possibly do?
By their own wall!
That too.
One enemy remaining.
Oh man, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, and well, Satellite has his own smoke to hide around, but
No more to oppose.
ooh, Envy are sharp today.
Poppin just picked up the op to look down towards middle. It's smoked out. He goes back, picks up his Phantom, and now with the dimensional drift, the hit's now coming towards the A site confirmed.
All right, Poppin or knowers. Hunter's Fury tags Satellite. He's down for the count. Cubert all to the left side, trying to get within the site is difficult, and Caillou opens it up. Now through two different angles, Knights and Caillou could pull it off. 2 versus 3. Got to keep the spike plant safe enough. Behind the box is the only safe place to work because there's just no smokes. And Envy don't miss those shots twice. Here comes Kane Zero to end the round.
Jumping with the overdrive too, and there you go, Poppin. We just talked about him not getting too much action. Gets a kill with the Hunter's Fury, a double kill for the retake into the site. While the wall is still up, by the way. So Cubert Academy, they block up a full lane. You know they're going to be coming from gate or at least from a flank. You're in a position to play the post plant and you still lose it at that point. Utils and teamwork and whatnot, they're literally just winning fights. Look at this. Caillou opened it up perfectly until a recon dart for Poppin, I think, allowed for him to get a ping himself for a kill on that, giving himself an assist.
You're good.
Who's
There you go.
we? Just have to match fire with fire if they can. And oh my god, there's just an array of util all over A. And death, taxes, and a first blood for Envy. That's what's for sure. Turning away from Cubert right through the site, but a lot of kill trips waiting for them.
man.
And Envy still slice them at the heel at every step that Cubert take. It's Envy all day and night. The possible flawless cheese.
You're moving into the site. There's nothing breaking trips to allow the showstopper to get any value. He gets hit. Nobody's breaking it. And then he just gets wall banged by 2.
Envy still head towards B, and they'll have maybe a teleport from Egster, but no, just a fake drone. May have just spotted Satellite, who's going to want to play out of this until Redux can combine with him, and he's got a nade. And Cubert have ways to dissuade Envy from the site, and it's just a fadeaway from Satellite to kick things off. Cubert desperately need this pistol. Not just need, I think it's demanded. Envy get away with a plan. Now they're looking to circle and get around Market and catch Cubert off guard, and it's the Viper's Wall, the only thing that keeps Cubert safe for now, and that's gone.
They're wasting a lot of time to group up, though. They've finally moved forward. But they've given a chance for Envy to set up for a crossfire.
Here's the flood back in from Cubert, kind of affected by their own orb, though. As that waits, they're trying to satchel this person out of the corner, and the crossfire still holds from Envy. And Cubert do everything. 2 versus 2. Who can lock in the most? And it's Ion versus Knights. The fuse has to stick, and Knights kind of clean with it. Not gonna have enough time, though, unfortunately. Yeah. Very close,
Dude,
though.
Ion styling, man. And that was a nice hold towards the end.
Cubert are still 11 rounds back. So
Yeah.
you take the wins where you can, you know?
That's the disrespect that Extra wanted to give at the very beginning. Doesn't care for him to get pinged out because he wants those players to swing out so he can get an outlaw pick. But with all that, they've gotten so much space on top middle.
Kane's just has to bait. They were worried about Knights, perhaps, after he got pinged on the right side. And want to walk into a paranoia, or at least have the whole team affected by that. And Cubert bit down on the fake, and Envy wrapped around the left side. And then Cubert just stagger in one by one and get absolutely farmed by Inspire. Inspirational Valorant, also a quick Valorant. 13-1 for Envy. And that wasn't even their map pick.
Making it up here for that OT first round or first map of the first series, and now we're just back on schedule.
Oh, but having to go to Haven, that is just feels like the death nail, because this is one of Envy's best map, if not the best. Really only dropping this to Core, and Cubert did beat them on this in another stage, and this is an even better and improved roster for Cubert. See if they can shake off what happened map 1. We already forgot what happened map 1, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Cubert can do, if they can flesh out the rats from short. And hey, converging from all sides has definitely worked out for Cubert. The way Envy at the top side have made this more difficult than it should have, with Ion getting 3, leaving Inspire to be the lone wolf, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I think the recon dart not being broken, towards A long, that ping dot redux kind of gave a tell there that.
Just the spam through. It still gets them. You're just trying to play chicken against bullets, and Cubert are getting squashed. So Knights and Nismo still live on, but you got the spike, and Kate Zera's not done with you yet. He's still chasing after Nismo. He's gonna have to fend for himself, and the shield is up for Kane Zera, and speedrun Valorant time.
Inspire is staying in his camera right now, so as soon as he sees it, you have a chance now to pull your dimensional drift to get information. Let's fight instead.
Alright, he's gonna just fight through it, and we'll have his fellow duelist by his side, and then you just have garage control for Envy. Cubert just flooding under one lane, and Caillou getting 3 makes this very winnable for Cubert until it wasn't. Too many duelists, too many problems.
It's just too good. At this point for Cubert, you would have expected them to try to move a little bit more quickly. Continue to look at the bottom of the front C, which is why it almost looked like, oh, why is why is Exer not watching in front of that C site? Because he could just put his TP up, get ready to fight, flash wherever he needs to. And then you combine there the Hunter's Fury with the Dimension.
They were able to win against Envy last time, and like Liz said, it's a very mature team, and Redux kind of leads the way. No one checks the corner. That's unfortunate wall for Redux, and an unfortunate trap to walk into if you're Cubert Academy.
Inspire switched over his setup to watch Garage and B site because they've spotted that weakness on that point. Dude, what type of wallbang is that, man? He gets it in the window.
Oh,
Enemy remaining.
these multi-kills are insane. Like, Envy just banked on C, not getting hit at all, and they just stacked the rest of the map, and ooh, this is some prime Envy we're seeing. But Cubert gonna try a different approach through short, steel guard, and paranoia. Okay, the kidnap kill contract. A lot happening at once, but Cubert have set up for now.
Planted.
Kainzera wins his 1v1 in the kill contract. You got the Viper's Pit, a big investment for Cubert coming in these last 2 rounds post timeout. Envy have to fight blindly and drop within the pit, and Cubert just clutch up when it matters. This is where the Stinger could do a lot of work. I don't know about the ghost from Nismo. Of course, Kainzera wins that upcoming ace for the GOAT. Kainzera can hide, but I don't know if he can deny the inevitable, and Ion doesn't care about no ace. He cares only about wins.
All right, chat. I re-looked at the stream, and I finally figured it out. Looks like the spike was fully covering the X, so he just wallbanged him through the window, so that's exactly what I thought. Try to get value out of what you just mentioned, Satellite's ult, just to get within. But it's so hard to gain that space when there's so much time delayed.
Cubert aren't getting anything they want. They'll just keep trying to work the map, I guess.
That's the thing, it's the insert of what you have from Satellite inside sewers. So you broke the trip, you made enough noise,
30
but
seconds left.
as you're grouping back up, though, you're walking into a site. Those guys already rotated back on A.
Ooh. There's that jump peek we like out of Redux. The re-peek, though, Poppin still gets his win. Flash out of top heaven, and Envy just annihilate Cubert. Now with that ping, Cubert are just caught out in the open with no other second chances. Oh, Poppin's so clean with the op.
No distraction.
And now Envy get to go on offense with the double duelists, and with them firing the way they are.
Kane, I don't know, there was 2 ops that came and just kept swinging out here, and he still gets value on 2 kills as they're dancing back and forth, delaying enough here for Kane to come on top of heaven.
I would say just the Guardian, but he can be scary with that. Here's the hit from Envy, paranoia, but counter paranoia from Cubert to try and limit them. And Kainzera rounds about, stabs Cubert in the back, and evicts all the defenders within A. The hero could be Redux, but bounces all the way into high ground with the Outlaw very loudly. So wise. Who's gonna come say hello to Redux? Doesn't want to get pinged by the drone, but does so anyway. Wanted to re-peek to just see, would Envy get a sense of security? And now Envy, after hearing Redux leave, they punish him, and Envy get within the sight in the blink of an eye. Now you got a flank from Knights with the ult, and Kainzera goes exploring through Garage solo. Caillou will be coming through the front side. Knights on the flank, and Kainzera's looking for the ace, the first one for him this series. Oh, Knights denies it, but ultimately Envy thrive and live on. Wow.
Nice.
A lot of info there for Cubert. And I think Nismo's going to want to hang back, taking advantage of this open map, or what seems to be open. Kainzera does get marked, right clicks. And look at this chase down from Cubert, but they walk into the sidelines. Cubert got so greedy, and they didn't even get the kill that they wanted. Kainzera's at 21 HP, needs a band-aid, but built a solid friendship with Inspire from that.
All right, at least Nismo got his 1.
You need to expect, and Cubert running it down off the paranoia, off the smokes, and catching Poppin, stuffing the life out of him. Kainzera lurks around, and so does Inspire, and Cubert are only safe for now. And Cubert this time trying to extend out of the sight to chase down the kills, to capitalize on this information. But Kainzera's just built different, even through the wall. He gets 3. Oh man, it's just a 5v10. Just Envy. It's double their weight in gold. And we'll get this round as well.
How does Kane stay alive for so long? There's 3 guys in that pit. 2 with the classic, 1 mowing with an Ares, a 4th one late walking up the ropes, and he still manages to get 3 kills in a round.
Definitely gambled on the right side of the map. Cubert being met with a lot more force to try and get through rubble. Now with that decoy being shot, you have Ion looking around tree with a judge and a paranoia if Envy would want to pounce on this. And Cubert know to take this one step at a time. You do not want to be surprised by an unexpected timing out of Envy. Speaking of that, Kane Zera could just come through the breakable door. Nightfall from Envy, pop and dislodge. The timing a bit off, and Cubert know how to pace up, tempo up when it matters. But Ion and Tree with the judge is crazy. Cubert match blow for blow, and they still have the numbers, but they don't have a spike plant. Now Envy is trying to squeak past the doors closing. There's no way.
Your biggest mistake was that you pissed me off.
Oh my God, Inspire's got to have the biggest grin out of that one after being able to lure through the door.
Be a bit faster towards B, and Kane Zera hesitates on wanting to hold that. Maybe he didn't have the right weapon or wanted more members, but he shows us back, and Cubert show him the L, and they have the spike planted. Envy about to converge from all sides. Eggs are getting into position with the dimensional drift, and a Bucky to boot, and a paranoia Envy just creating chaos. Cubert don't know where to look. On top of the thorns too, Envy were limited on the space, but it doesn't matter. They just divide and conquer Cubert.
Beautiful entry to start once again here for Cubert Academy, but that dimensional drift from Extra just got so much value for Envy to trade out. Cubert Academy are able to read the map correctly, hit the right sides, gets the perfect entry, and also not giving Kane Zera any value of the kill contract. Yeah, I mean, he's currently on the C site, so right now it's just probably standard stuff of even going for a Nightfall into the B site. Dude.
Yeah, I just can't hear you over the Odin.
Yeah.
Just popping.
At least we heard the kills.
That's all that matters. Yeah, maybe it would have been nice to have Satellite part of this, but hey, Redux is part of the equation. There's the kill contract we were hoping for. Oh, losing that to Caillou. Okay, okay. Now we have a game on our hands, and instantly Exeter ends it.
Dude, Redux shot the clone too, I think. And then he kills it with the buggy. Oh, dude. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Now the paranoia is thrown, and Cubert delay Envy enough to get the spike down. And Envy know what the setup is, and there's the spam from Envy. That's all that matters. Cubert have no safe space to stand behind. Just a better flood, and this retake from Envy is sick.
Was there a miscomm, something like that? You had a minute with a timeout to figure out how you wanted to enter the site. Yet, we've used all 3 ults to get into the site. The rest of them were easily spotted. And it becomes a beautiful retake, especially that this has to be anointed to deal against. A shorty to take down Nismo in a 1-pop.
While blinded. All right, looking for a neural theft kill here for Inspire and a Nightfall, but really don't even need ult. Sion just insane, going for the ace. King of the hill, king of rubble. The corpses lay behind. This is funny. Last round of the half, Satellite putting them down, but ends up being 8-4. Envy on their way to the upper final very soon.
It's going into, hey, let's not give Cubert Academy any chance to really set up on the post line and instantly push back in. And that last round you just saw here through the replay, they tried to change the pace.
Caillou gets away just in time, and the paranoia from Envy hits Knights from behind, and he finds security at the door, and all of Cubert have their eyes wide open to
30 seconds left.
what Envy are trying to cook up for B. That was just to delay things. Now you try to bring the spike as quickly as they can over to A, and Cubert are smoked off from having an immediate reaction to this. Still have a flash from Nismo. They're just gonna wait for Envy to have the press first, and Exeter ahead of the game. 2 versus 4 for Envy on the post plant. And it's just not gonna work out. Hey, Ion, expecting one at breakable door, but all the troubles ahead of him. Ion isolates 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one! He does it again!
My ultimate is ready.
Oh, that's insane. That's insane. Just to break the door.
Ion's just a laser today, using the decoy now to get everyone's attention, trigger all that util. Cubert is still using prowlers. Envy, have Inspire shooting knights in the back, who was trying to get away from the neural theft, and Inspire just paves the way to victory for Envy to get to double digits. And the entire map is their oyster.
Inspire to walk up to get that second kill right onto Knights. You have to expect that Lurk should still be somewhere there. And again, after he gets that pick, we forfeited the A site. You're trying to play a buddy system into B, and then we just give up 2 separate kills when it could have been a 2 versus 1, at least for us knowing on paper with the Inspire Lurk.
Kayu's just their off, but not at 16 HP, he's not. Oh, God. Does live on for now. This most assured. Most assuredly. Yeah.
If he dies too, you probably have to remember that round number 15 was probably the round that allowed Envy to win this series. If he stays alive here, he might be some sort of a saving grace, because these are the only 2 rifles they're going to bring in the next round.
Cubert have the 1-2-2 setup. Paranoia, sensing Envy around rubble. Cubert deny any map control. Don't let it go for free. Caillou has to watch the B teleport in. Exter with the chase down with the stinger. You can't run and you can't hide against this guy. Now Envy know exactly where Cubert could be coming from too. Safe enough to plant. Neural theft advantage. Inspire lives on with 10 HP with his last breath. He tells the team where he is. And it's an absolute bloodbath. 2 versus 1 and Satellite to go for the win. Just to re-clear every entry. There's no idea where anybody is, and that's where Exter emerges. And Envy are still in this. See what Satellite can do with the op to hold this back, and I don't know if you can afford to miss that shot. And now Envy encroaches, op denied. Envy lay the floor of Cubert corpses. Now it'll have to be a 3 versus 4 retake. Redux has the ult. Not a lot that Envy have in the bank to delay and slow down someone like Redux. Nismo's got knife, he's got flash, he's got Envy's attention. Popping at this corner could be what cuts Cubert at the heel. And here is the entry, here's the ult. And Redux is basically on his own and just trades 1 for 1. Nismo 1 versus 2 for the win for Cubert. Has this isolated 1v1, chooses a better moment. Oh, and he gets tagged, 27 HP. Not gonna have time, needs to get this halfway, but Exter's on his way, and we go to overtime.
What a big punish there onto Satellite on that C site.
Overtime.
Ion has full util, Paranoia too. Where it's planted, he has to check tree. Why Ion, I feel like he thinks 1 step ahead. Smokes off the 1 entry so he can check tree safely. There's only 1 place Nismo can be, and he's lurking within his own smoke. And Ion's trying to bait him out. And as Nismo, the barrel sticks out, Ion gets the win.
That was so close to a nice attempt from Nismo. I really thought he didn't have time to go for the A side if he kept walking, but he just gambled for the run.
Envy's punishing power has been insane.
There.
And they want to cancel out here on the passive smoke that Envy just threw. They're not allowed to run outside of that. Now they're paying all these positions, and they should know. They should be looking for this camera again from Inspire. Maybe wait for the knife to come back up here for Nismo. If he throws it towards Waterfall, they're in a prime spot to overtake the C site.
They'll have Satellite watching the flank too, so it'll just be a 4 versus 3 within the site, and it's going pretty back and forth. Paranoia backside. Yeah, Poppin limited on what he can do and what he can see.
Alert B.
Cubert are gonna abandon C.
30 seconds left.
Big risk, because Envy are ahead of this, and the smokes are out, but not before the bullet trails past Exter.
One enemy
But Envy
remaining.
ready for trades, but wait, Ion stumble! Oh, just secure the round for Envy. They're on match point.
It's just so annoying to deal with that camera here from Inspire. And I think once they heard that pop up as the entrance of the C site, they just decide to cancel off on that, even if they got a few trades. Just a little bit of a unfortunate there. And Envy are back at series point.
Oh, wow, Envy's gonna commit to this off the wall. Kane's Air relied too much into that and the power of friendship. And it's Cubert that just break it all down. Now they back off towards B and will wrap around through the backside of A if needed. Envy gonna keep on trucking like nothing happened.
Inspire found the timing here through the spawn. I thought Kaio was going to wait from the whole time. They've expected it for quite a few rounds, but maybe OT. The small mistakes are going to be costly.
The smoke from Envy is keeping Cubert there, maybe to give Inspire a chance at this backstab, and Caillou saw it coming but couldn't do anything about it. And Cubert 3 versus 3 on the retake, on the site, and in the minds of Envy. They go toe for toe. As Envy can swing together. Now the neon wall does break everything up, but it doesn't matter. Extra walks past it.
This was taken.
And Envy have gotten their revenge. They go to the upper final.
Yeah, third time's a charm throughout the whole series of the year between Envy and Cubert Academy.